Welcome to the 4-Day Use Goal Orientation Motivation Going from Ego to Task. I'm going to be telling you about the 9 modules. Starting with Module 1. Module 1, you're going to learn your norms and you're going to get an introduction. Your norms are rules, and your introduction will allow you to learn what you've gone through in this process. This is Mr. Jeremy Mason, who's gone through all 9 of the modules.
Going through the program in this first step allowed me to feel welcome and comfortable to participate and benefit from the program.
You know, in Module 2, you're going to get something called definitions, and you're going to get a values assessment. These definitions are going to let you understand what the terminology we'll be using in this program and make you more familiar with that terminology, so you'll feel better, feel safe within our environment, and understanding the values assessment of what your individual values are and how those values apply to you and your life and help you shape who you are, and we'll be explaining that to you in the process. Mr. Mason also learned that.
Doing the values assessment and getting the definitions gave me the foundational knowledge in order to get through the program and feel comfortable.
Module 3 is more about the conscious and the unconscious mind, the right and the left brain. We're going to find out what we think, what we deal in our everyday life, where this ego orientation lies, where this task goal orientation lies, where our trauma lies, where our anger lies. And Mr. Mason has also learned that.
Learning about the unconscious and the conscious showed me some things about myself that I had never even thought about before.
Stage 4 is the most important building block, where you're going to get what's called self-efficacy. It's 4 stages to it. We have something called a mastery stage, where you learn exactly what it is that you master and do well. You'll learn a vicarious. Vicarious doesn't mean that you look at something and learn. It means that your ability to learn, your openness to learning. Then there's something called persuasion. Persuasion is the old growth mindset, meaning that your mind has expanded, and therefore information can be received in it that can change your life and change your lifestyle. And of course, there's your mental state. Your mental state is the functioning that allows you to be who you are. Mr. Mason has gone through all 4 of these stages going through our 4-Day U process.
The step of the program really showed me the importance of learning and different ways that we are able to learn.
Module 5 is ego goal orientation. This is where we explain exactly how the behaviors that have kind of limited us from using our maximum potential has kind of shaped us. So ego only means self. Orientation is behavior. So it's about self-behavior. So we're going to explain why we've had these self-behaviors and how we want to change these behaviors.
Learning the goal orientation showed me a lot of how I conducted myself in the past and gave me the next step.
That's Module 6. Module 6 is where we break it all down, and this is where the learning comes from. This is where we deal with something called EPTS, which is called environmental post-traumatic stress. We deal with your traumas, those situations that have created things that have kept you stuck in your life. Anger, internalize, externalize, anger, and your irrational thoughts, things you tell yourself about you that's not true. We're going to be doing teaching syllabuses on all of these things, and you'll understand how to move through your stages of self-efficacy in this process.
Learning about my triggers really showed me a lot about myself and showed me why I behaved the way that I did in the past.
Module 7 is the task goal orientation, what we want to achieve. What is a task goal orientation? Task just means resources. Orientation, of course, means behavior. So we're going to go from seeing the world as ourselves to understanding how to access resources, coaches, parents, educators, YMCA, religious organizations, in order for us to expand who we are. That's a task goal orientation.
Learning to use resources was a tough task for me, but it proved to be an invaluable tool.
Module 8 is going to be the coping emotive and your progressive skills. Coping emotive is what we call our Incredible Hulk theory, whereas you'll learn the more mistakes you make, the bigger, stronger, and better person you're going to become. So now we're going to take all of those things that used to hold us back in life, and now they're going to become our strengths. We're going to find out why those irrational thoughts, that trauma, that anger, that environmental PTS, now it's something that we're going to use as a strength in order to drive us to accomplish the goals we want to accomplish in life. And the way we're going to do this is something called progressive skills. Progressive skills, you're going to role play out everything you've learned in this program. And therefore, we know that you will be able to demonstrate the skills learned in this program.
Learning that mistakes are able to help me versus hurt me was really a stepping stone for me, and being able to role play everything at the end really tied everything together.
And then it's the final module, the AAA, the PP. AAA, I always get this wrong, so let me get it right. It's all about the acknowledgement, the acknowledge of, hey, this is me. This is what's going on with me. It's all about the acceptance. I can accept it. It's inside of me. Nobody has to worry about whether it's good or bad or right or wrong. And the final A is action. Action is what leads to change. And all of these are about the PP, the personal power. It's you taking control of you, and therefore no one will be able to use you against you anymore.
Getting through to the end of the program has proved to be, beyond words, a benefit to me.
I'm Charles Johnson, and this is my program, the 4-Day Use Goal Orientation Motivation, your journey to behavior control and personal power.